All right, number 3. The shaded part of the model represents a fraction Alonzo drew. He subtracted a fraction from the original fraction. So here's my picture, and it says circle the expression the model represents and explain your thinking. So the first thing that I notice is that I see this X over my picture. And so whenever I see that X, I always relate it to subtraction, because I remember in 1st and 2nd grade when we wanted to remove an item from a set, we would use X's to show that it was leaving. It also tells me that Alonzo subtracted. So I know that this is going to be a subtraction problem. So I'm going to go ahead and write my subtraction sign. So the first thing that I want to do is label my picture. And it says the shaded part represents a fraction Alonzo drew. So when I look at this fraction, I can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces. So my denominator is going to be 8. I notice that the pieces that are shaded happen to be 6. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 6/8 is what he drew. And the part that is leaving would be represented by 2/8. 6/8 minus 2/8. So I'm going to go over here and look at my picture. I don't see that represented at all. So I have to stop and think, is there another name for this fraction? Because boys and girls, most of the time when you get an answer and you don't see it, that means there's another name for that fraction. Please do not choose an answer that's close. Just know that you need to find another name. So when I look back at this picture again, I can clearly see that if I outline this picture, and I outline only my vertical lines, just like we did in a practice last week with engineering equivalents, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces. So now I'm going to try to write an expression with fourths. So my denominator is 4, and I'm still going to use the subtraction sign. So that I have 1, 2, 3/4 that are shaded, and I have 1/4 that is leaving. Alright, so when I find a quick answer, whether I find it on top, I can get 4/8, which is equal to 1/2, because 4 is half of 8, or 3/4 minus 1/4 is 2/4, and that will also give me 1/2. So when I go back to my picture and I look at the examples that are given to me, let me zoom in just a little bit on that because it's kind of out of focus. I'm looking for something that's going to match. Well, I see 3/4. It's represented right here, minus, and it looks like instead of using 1/4, they use 2/8. 2/8. So the equation or expression that I would want would be this one right here.